Hello, welcome to Southwick Television. My name is Mick Casey. Do you know what numerology is? Do you know what a numerologist is? Well, today I shall be talking to Derek Dell, who is a numerologist. Hello, Derek.
Hello,
Please,
Mick.
thanks for coming along for an interview.
That's fine, thank you.
So, Derek, what do you do?
Well, I'm here to talk about numerology.
Is that what you are?
Well, I think the word is numerologist as a person.
Right.
But numerology is basically numbers. And I use the work of Pythagoras, who was a well-known mathematician, 580 BC. Now, not many people know this, but he had an avid interest in numbers linked with planets.
And how did you learn all this? Did you...
Well, I've read books, I've been to lectures, I've learnt from the start. And really, I find that people's birth date is very meaningful to me. I only need to know their birth date, and it gives me a wealth of information.
So you could tell me all about myself if I told you?
Well, possibly,
told
yes,
you my birthday.
but I don't want you to.
Oh, right.
Your birthday is your thumbprint, and it means that that's your, if you like, your innate you. Your birth date, particularly the first two digits of the month.
Right.
Or the first if you've got the single digit. Now, the thing is, I'll be showing you a demonstration. We've got a young lady here who's agreed to take part on this. But first of all, I'd like to say to you that you've heard of nature and nurture.
Vaguely.
Well, how much do you think the aspects of you did you bring with you at birth, and how much was it through
I was born
nurture?
a TV presenter or radio DJ.
You were born a TV. Well, where did that come from?
I don't know.
Well, maybe it was in your destiny.
Yes, it started off from a very early age.
Destiny, yes.
Absolutely. So you're not a psychic then?
Well, I always hesitate the word psychic. I always think it sounds a bit pseudo. Psychic really is, I believe, Latin or Hebrew for mind.
So with all these numbers, you actually read it. It's like a car mechanic can listen to an engine and say what's wrong with the car.
Exactly.
And I can't.
No,
and you can't.
That's right.
And the viewers can't.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as I hear of a person's birth date, it turns me on.
Right.
And but basically, if I could just say one thing, is that Pythagoras came up with what's called the Pythagorean grid.
Right.
And this is the grid.
Right.
Now, you might say, well, the 1, 2, 3 should be across the top, and then but that's not the case. The 1, 2, 3 is here. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, what I do is when I hear of a person's birth date, I put it in this grid. Imagine wiping that clean, but remembering these numbers, and I make a note here. Right. Most people have 5, 6, or 7 of the numbers. Right. But in some cases, people have only 3 or 4. Right. But Pythagoras would say that the first 2 digits of the month of your birth is the innate you. Right, so you're not clever like a psychic, you could just read the information that you get. Well, I call myself Derek Dell, the man who can tell, and I use intuition. Now, the word intuition really explains itself. It's knowledge within. Because I find it's like, as you know, if you're into music, you've only got to hear the first couple of notes of a song, and it sets your neurons going, and you remind yourself what it is. What it's called, that's right. Now, I've made an intense study of all numbers. Right. And when I hear a birth date, that certain aspects of it will tell me about that person. Is it only up to 9? No, what it is that I've made an in-depth study of the numbers from 1 to 31, which is every day of the month. Right. But briefly speaking, if I'm doing a brief reading, I would just use the numbers 1 to 9. Now, I will run through with you, although I'm going to give this young lady at the reading.
Yes, we've got someone who's going to volunteer to do this.
I think that what I'd like to do is run through it with her.
Yeah.
Because she's the one I'm doing the reading with.
Absolutely.
So I don't know whether if the lady's called Leah.
Yes, we'll call her in.
We'll call her in, as we say.
Yes, come on in, Leah.
Good. Thank you. Well, now, Leah, I understand you're prepared to be, I don't like to use the word guinea pig, but you're quite happy for me to tell you facts and figures regarding yourself.
Yeah.
Good. Well, now, only you know, and please don't tell me, of the date of the month in which you're born. Now, if it's a single digit, leave it as a single digit. If it's a double number, obviously you've got to add those two together and bring it down to a single digit. Now, I'd like you to look through those numbers. You know what your number is. You don't have to tell me, but just see whether you agree that sums you up. That particular number is the key word for you. If you look at the number and then see what it says alongside, would you say that really sums you up as a general statement?
Yeah.
Yes, you're quite happy about that.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, now, okay, because Pythagoras would say that those are the qualities that you brought with you, and you've built on it with your incarnation this time round, with your life experiences, the people your culture, people you've affiliated with, has added to that. In other words, that number is the undercoat.
Right.
Now, I'm going to say to you that if I write down those numbers on here, I'm going to give you a reading on this. So, what is your date of birth?
11th of January.
Oh. I knew you'd bring a master number into it.
70.
Right. Well, it's very interesting because you mentioned, also you looked up number 2, is that right? On this chart?
Yeah.
Yeah, a 2?
Yeah.
Yes, so it means that you're sharing and caring.
Yeah.
You're concerned about other people. You're able, now, this is where the intuition cuts in. As I'm talking to you, my mind's telling me what to say. I would say with you, is that you're able to see the world through the eyes of other people. And you're very understanding and empathetic.
Yeah.
You've actually got what's called, I didn't want to bring astrology into this, but you are actually, it's a lunar number, it's a moon number. If I may ask you, were you can be a bit emotional at times?
Yeah.
Yes, and particularly as a child, you were had tantrums.
I don't remember having tantrums, but I probably might have done in early life.
Well, you see, and I think you'll find it, would you say that on a full moon, see, as I say, I shouldn't really bring astrology into this, but it's a good number.
Yeah.
Because it means that you're sensitive to other people, and it means that you've got the ability to understand other people. But you can be a little bit emotional at times. Now, according to Pythagoras, I've got to put these down here. You've got 4 1s in your birth date.
Yeah.
Now, again, you don't have to agree with me. Do you think there's a level of independence about you? You like to do your own thing.
Yes.
You don't like being told what to do. You're a leader rather than a follower. You tend to think that, yes, because you're self-motivating. You are self-motivating. And you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 there. You've got a 7 here. A 9. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, now looking at that, you've got the 4 corners. Yeah. Were you shy as a child? Were you You weren't allowed to express yourself as you really wanted to.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, I was shy, yeah.
Yes,
I
I
was
feel
shy.
that you were restricted to be you.
Yeah.
You see, and that's what I derived from this, but that is what your personal number is an 11 taken down to a 2. The life path is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 and 9 is 13, and 7 is 20. Oh, that's strange. Your life path matches your personality number.
Ah.
And you've got a 2 here.
Yep.
Yes. If I could, I'm forced to tell you something. I think that when you were about 34, was there a major change in your life? About 34 years of age?
Yes.
It was before you were 36?
Yeah.
Yes. It's what we call a pinnacle.
Yeah.
And we have pinnacles. Now, I'm briefly going to say to you that, let me tell you, we're all on the 9-year cycle. And I'm going to tell you where you are on this cycle. 11, that's 3. And this year, see, we're halfway through the year now that this is being filmed, July 2019. So we're halfway through the year already. So I've got to go back to the beginning of the year, which is 3 plus 3 is 6. Were there changes last year? If there were 1 or 2 changes that brought about more responsibility?
Oh gosh.
Because I feel that 2 and 1 is 3, 3, and we're in 3 year now, is 6, and 6 is responsibility, which usually follows changes the previous year.
Right.
But what I want to say to you, can I be honest?
Yeah.
Next year you'll find, as from your birthday, things are going to be a little bit quiet and nothing much happening.
Right.
It's going to be a thoughtful year.
Okay, cool.
But your real big year starts in 18 months' time.
Right.
Ambition, abundance,
Okay. Right.
career. It's going to be a career year.
Okay.
2021.
2021, it's 2021, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That'll be your success year. But you're quite a well-balanced person in yourself. But I do feel that, as I say, watch the new moon. Right. Because, the full moon. Because that can have an adverse influence on you. But you're a happy soul, really, deep down inside. Yeah, I am, yeah. You're a happy soul. Yeah. Well, that's fine. I think that's all I can tell you for now. I know that Mick wants to carry on talking to me for a few more minutes, but a lot of it... do you have any questions to ask me yourself?
No.
Not really, all right.
No, at the moment, no. It's quite interesting how it's all...
Well, yes,
apart,
you see, the thing is, people say to me, well, how can numbers tell you these things? Yeah. It's really the intuition. It's really what I feel like saying to you. Yeah. But I normally do a 20-minute reading, and I'm really retired now, really, but I still do a few psychic, as I say. Thanks for sitting here. It's only been a 5-minute reading, but I could elaborate on things if I wanted to, but on the whole, I think that you're, as I say, when you're about 34 years of age, I feel that there was a change. Yeah, there was. Yes. Yep. And I do feel, again, saying to you, when you were 43, mind you, how old are you now? 49. Oh, I see. All right. No, I think, again, if you go back when you were about 43, there might have been something happened which again brought about a change. There was a small amount of change when I was 47, I think. Well, no, see, trouble is, you were born at the born at the beginning of the year, and we're now halfway through the year. But no, well, anyway, thanks very much, Leah. Oh, you're welcome for sitting there. And good. Well, if okay.
Well, that's very interesting, isn't it? Many thanks, Derek, for coming in and telling us all about it.
Thanks for inviting me.
I think Leah enjoyed it. So
yes, it's easy a bit too.
So if you want a reading, all you've got to do, you've got to email Derek. He's got a leaflet here, and you email him on derekdellpr@yahoo.co.uk, and it will be on the screen as well from time to time. So if you want a reading or want to invite him to one of the events, maybe these sort of events that happen, then he will be pleased to come along, do some readings for you, and wish you great success.
Yes, if I may just mention that I do charity shows, but I'm very fussy with who I deal with. But you can always email me. I look at it as a day out. I'm reasonably old now, and but I'll always answer an email. And I live on the Hampshire-Dorset border,
right?
And but I'm always along this south coast here, doing different events. And if you want a house party, there's a special arrangement with that, where the host will get a free reading, provided she collects one or two other people to join her. But anyway, I leave you with that, and thanks for watching.
Yeah, so if you want to know about numerology, and then we've got a numerologist here, he will tell you all about it. Thanks very much for coming in.
Thank you, Mick. Yes.
And thanks for viewing Southwick Television. Yours truly, Mick Casey. Till next time, to the next interesting subject. Bye for now.
Thank you.